Morning, everyone. Meteorologist Bill Rentschler in the 1011 Hour streaming studio. It is finally Friday, and we're going to have some nice weather to round out the work week today. And overall, I think the weather looking pretty quiet and fairly comfortable for us over the next several days as we get into the home stretch of the month of January and kind of keep our eyes peeled and see maybe what early February has in store for us. So again, we'll dive into the forecast here over the next few minutes. Starting off, as always, look at the almanac numbers from yesterday in Lincoln. 27 degrees, the high, 11 the low. So again, we were a little bit below normal, but we'll be seeing those numbers climb as we head into the day today. And again, still no precip, still no snow yesterday. Again, still sitting at just 1 inch of snow for the season. Now just over 11 inches below normal for our snowfall. Again, we averaged about 26 inches for the entire season. Again, still have time to make that deficit up, but again, running out of time. Maybe have a chance for some snow. Maybe returning next week. We'll talk about that in just a little bit. Checking out the weather headlines, though, today, mild and breezy. Again, I think those winds out of the west, southwest, again, maybe gusting up to 20, 25, 30 miles an hour at times through the day today, again, but the westerly winds will help us warm up. So we should see above average temperatures for the day today. Overall, looking at a fairly seasonal weekend, there will be a cold front that kind of drops through the state tonight into the day tomorrow. So again, that'll kick up the wind as we head into the weekend and bring in slightly cooler temperatures. But then, especially early next week, we're looking at some really mild weather heading our way. So again, if you're looking to get outside, looking to maybe just open the windows, get some of the stink blown out of the house, early next week is going to be your opportunity. Low temperatures this morning. Again, it was cold. Down to the single digits and teens across the 10-11 coverage area. A few 20s on the board there in the Panhandle here in Lincoln at the airport. Airport got down to 9 degrees, all the way down to 3 degrees in Fall City as well as Tacoma. It was 5 in Broken Bow, also 9 in North Platte this morning. On the Tempest weather stations across town, again, got down to 13 here at the studio. Again, it was a mix, single digits and teens across the Lincoln Metro early this morning. Right now, though, again, things are warming up. Again, a little bit of cloud cover out there right now. In Lincoln, kind of looking at overcast skies as we start our day, but temperature already back up to 22 degrees, a little bit of a southwest breeze. Feels like temperature right now currently at 10 degrees at the Lincoln Airport. Temperatures on the Tempest weather stations across town, again, generally in the low 20s out there. Again, 21 here at the 1011 studios. Got 20 degrees at my house, but again, right around 20, 21, 22 degrees. There is a 19 still on the board there in the southern part of town. Temperatures across the state. Coldest reading right now in the southeast. It's 15 in Falls City, 18 in Nebraska City, 19 in Lexington, again 22 here in Lincoln, same number in Grand Island, 23 in North Platte. Winds not bad now, generally out of the west, southwest at around 5 to 15 miles an hour, but that'll be picking up, I think, as we head through the day. But you factor in that wind, feels like temperatures early this morning, single digits, teens and 20s across the state. Satellite radar picture is pretty quiet. There's a little bit of thin cloud cover out there. You look at the visible satellite imagery, again, you can kind of see that thin cloud cover, not too thick. I think we'll be, again, seeing a lot of this as we head through the day today. Again, dry right now, though. Could see maybe a few spotty snow showers in the west, maybe by late tonight. You zoom out, look at a regional view. Overall, things are pretty quiet. You zoom out, look at a national view. And again, overall, right now, things are pretty quiet. Not a whole lot of weather happening right now across the U.S. You look at the weather alerts. They still have some freeze or frost headlines there across parts of southern Georgia, North Florida, with the cold weather that they've had. Some winter weather advisories across parts of Montana, the Front Range. Again, some winter storm watches across parts of the desert southwest. Still have some red flag warnings there in parts of Southern California. Here at home, though, again, really nothing in terms of any weather alerts currently in place or expected to be in place through the upcoming weekend. So Skycast as we head through our Friday, again, dealing, I think, with partly cloudy skies through the day, eventually becoming mostly cloudy as we head into Friday evening. Again, a few spotty snow showers possible in the far western sections of the state, but most of us are going to stay dry as we head through the day today. Overnight tonight and into Saturday should stay fairly quiet, and then into the day on Saturday, I think we see variable cloudiness. That cold front drops through the state, so our winds turn back to the northwest. They'll be breezy at times, but again, overall things stay fairly quiet for us as we head through the day on Saturday, and that will continue as we head into the day on Sunday. Again, with a mix of sunshine and cloud cover, I think by the afternoon, eventually becoming mostly sunny across a good chunk of the state. If we zoom in, take a closer look, statewide view, again through the day today, again mild, breezy weather expected. That cold front drops through tonight. We'll see increasing clouds, maybe a spotty snow shower or two in western and southwestern Nebraska. Wouldn't expect that to amount to much, maybe a dusting, a few tenths of an inch at best. And then into the weekend, Saturday, again, we're looking at breezy conditions, a little bit cooler conditions. We'll see, again, partly to mostly cloudy skies, and that really then continues overnight and then into Sunday. By Sunday afternoon, though, I think we should see more sunshine, not as much wind, I think, for the day on Sunday. And again, looks like temperature should be fairly seasonal by Sunday night, mainly clear skies across the state. 7-day precipitation potential. This takes us today through the end of January, and it is noticeably different because we are going to look at a chance for some moisture finally returning to the area, especially as we head into the second half of the week next week. Again, this is the cumulative liquid precipitation over the course of the next week. We're dry through the weekend and really through the first half of the week next week. But late next week, long-range models do have a system that moves through the Central Plains that could bring in some moisture to the area. If you look at the snowfall potential, the first model, again, is the European model. And again, we still have some pretty big differences between what the long-range European model says and what the long-range American model says. And right now, the European model has a pretty significant system that moves through the area that brings in some heavy snow to parts of the state. But again, it's over a week away at this point, or about a week away at this point. This is going to change 7 ways to Sunday by the time it gets here, so make sure you check what the latest details as we head over the next several days. And again, big differences between the long-range models. This is the European model. If this were true, again, we'd be dealing with very heavy snow across parts of the state. If the American model is true, there'd be no snow across the state. So again, some pretty stark differences in the long-range models at this point, but having something on there is better than what we've had lately, which is nothing on both of them. So again, we're going to start to include some chances, at least right now, low-end chances for some moisture in the forecast as we head towards the end of the week next week. As far as temperatures today, though, again, milder weather returning. It should be about 5 to maybe 8 degrees above average for a good chunk of the state, getting into the 40s, and maybe southwestern Nebraska making a run at 50 degrees. We'll go 44 in Lincoln today, 47 in Hastings, as well as North Platte, 49 for McCook and Imperial. Slightly cooler across the northern and western tier of the state. Low temperatures tonight falling down to the mid-teens to mid-20s. High temperatures on Saturday, a little bit more seasonal for us. A little bit colder than normal for, again, northern and western Nebraska. They'll be in the 20s to near 30 degrees, but much of the 10-11 coverage area, I think we're going to be in the 30s, and then maybe up to around the upper 30s, near 40 in the southeastern corner of the state. So go 38 in Lincoln, 35 in Grand Island, 33 in North Platte with the blustery northwest wind. It'll feel colder than that. A little bit more seasonal then into Sunday morning as well. Single digits and teens for low temperatures to start the day. And then Sunday afternoon, again, kind of similar temperatures, a little bit warmer for northern and western Nebraska, but most of us, again, into the 30s to near 40 degrees by Sunday afternoon. Monday morning, again, chilly start. We'll go low teens to low 20s, but then check out these numbers by Monday afternoon. It's upper 40s, low 50s across a good chunk of the state, including right around 50 in Lincoln, 49 in Grand Island, 50 in North Platte. Into Tuesday morning, mild, we're looking at 20s. For low temperatures, and then Tuesday afternoon, I think this could be the warmest day out of the next week or so. Again, low to mid 50s across the state by Tuesday afternoon. So again, that looks awfully nice. And even past Tuesday, again, we're a little bit cooler Wednesday, Thursday of next week, but still just down into the mid 40s for high temperatures. And then we start to see that chance for some moisture late next week. Again, small chances right now, still some pretty significant differences in the long range models, but it's better than what we've had, which again is nothing. So again, if you're anxious for more snow, I know a lot of us are. There are at least some signs that there could be some snow late next week. But again, long time before we get there, so make sure you stay up to date with the forecast. 10-day forecast for select cities across the state looks like this. You can see not bad today, seasonal for the weekend, and then certainly looks like the first half of the week next week is going to be our mildest stretch with highs mid-40s to low to mid-50s, and then a little bit cooler, but again, still fairly seasonal for late January, early February as we head towards late next week and into the following weekend. As far as precip chances, again, we're really looking at nothing today or through the weekend or through the first half of the week next week, but again, potentially a little bit more active as we head through the second half of the week next week and into the following weekend. 8 to 14-day temperature outlooks. This takes us from January 31st through February 6th. As far as the temperature outlook from the Climate Prediction Center, again, no clear signals one way or another for much of the state, whether it would be above or below average temperatures, and it's basically the same story for the precipitation as well. So again, we're kind of just in a wait-and-see mode right now, which, again, a lot of eyes will be on potentially potentially late next week as we keep an eye on potential maybe for some snow returning to the forecast. But again, still a long time before that gets here. So again, still a lot of uncertainty, still a lot of questions. Certainly nothing written in stone with that potential system just yet. So appreciate everyone for tuning in, watching, again, hanging out on this Friday. Again, looks like the weather should be pretty nice for us today and into the upcoming weekend. And as always, keep it tuned to 1011 both on air and online for all of your latest forecast headlines. Hope everyone has a nice Friday. Hope everyone has a nice weekend.